the numbers of characters, the number of enemies that you interact with is so high that the amount of death in this game is just fantastically high, and you have to kill your way through literally tens of thousands of people.
The main character has 5 weapons at his disposal: sword and shield, twin swords, spear, massive hammer for smashing people's faces in, and the bow and arrow, which he always has to fall back with.
Ultimately, there's 20 different attack moves with any weapon, so it's over 100 different moves that you can do in the game, and each one has a very different effect on your opponent. And that's quite vital because the gameplay revolves quite a lot around tactically outwitting your opponents in one-on-one combat.
The important thing to remember as well is it's very intuitive, so literally within 5 minutes of playing the game, the player will be able to pull off moves in the heat of the battle without really having to think about what complicated combination of buttons they need to press to pull off a move. It really becomes about pulling off one of these moves in context. So you're in the heat of the battle, you want to bash someone with your shield, then stab him while he's down, then fend someone off from your left, take someone out to your right.
Things like kind of, stabbing in the chest, followed by lifting them off of the ground and then chopping their heads off. But all of these moves work within the context of essentially 2 button presses.
And actually it's about tactically manoeuvring the space and working your way around the battlefield rather than just learning combinations of buttons to press and randomly chucking them out.
The first thing you're kind of thinking is, how are we going to kill all these people? What moves are we going to kind of allow the user to do in order to kind of get that really big fat money payoff of like spreading death to tens or hundreds of people with one move. Instantly you're kind of thinking about kind of, lightning and the power of the gods, and so the radial move, the radial power move, is this exceptional expression of death in the game, where if you're surrounded by hundreds of weak characters, especially later in the game when you've leveled up your weapons and you're a pretty kind of hefty, hard character, using the radial power move will just spread death all around you.
Such sweet music.